Hey guys, it's Mongolian Mindset, and today we have one of my friends with me, Michelle. We're gonna be helping her find her personality type. So this will be interesting to see if I was right or wrong. Okay, Michelle, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, hello. Well, my name is Michelle Leon. I'm a economics student at the University of Florida, minoring in sociology. So I feel this is gonna be fun. I've been talking to Mercer about this, but he hasn't figured me out. So we'll see.
Okay, so Michelle, what do you want to be remembered for as a person?
What's that?
What do you want to be remembered for as a person?
Um, I want to be remembered as a good person, like as a great person, fun, just I don't know, someone that people wants to be around.
Okay. What's something that motivates you?
What motivates me?
Hmm.
I would say my family, uh, my friends, my dog. I don't know, just the people around me motivates me every day. Um, I also feel like I'm pretty smart. So
You're very smart.
sometimes I know, yeah. Sometimes motivates me. It's just like knowing I can do things and knowing I can put my mind into things and just do them and figure them out. Um, Making things real, I guess.
When did you know you were smart?
When I was young, I've
You,
always known.
you've always known what you mean. You got to explain this. This is interesting here.
Um, if I'm being real, I've never had problems like putting myself into something and just like focusing. I've never had these kind of problems. Ever since I was little, ever when I committed to something, I made it. So it wasn't something that I was never concerned about. Like I knew if I put my mind into it, I was gonna make it.
Hmm.
Maybe 10.
10? Okay. Thomas, you got anything?
Yeah, you said you're studying economics or you want to go into economics. And what can you do with that, or what are you planning on doing with that?
Um, well, I have like several paths. Either I'm an international student here at the US. So I have several paths. First, I'm going to go into the workforce for like a year or so, and then I want to go back to school and get my master's in economics as well. Other that, my other path is just going through my sociology path. I'm minoring in sociology, so maybe going in and working for nonprofits. I really like that field, so maybe like HR or more like an analyst and research position. But yeah, I'm still figuring it out.
Gotcha.
So, what interests you into economics? Just curious.
I think when I started studying economics, since I'm from Venezuela and my country has been having many like economic problems in the past maybe 20 years or so. So I was like, wait, like, why is this happening to a country that is so very rich? And we are seeing so many like poor people around, and like why is this happening? So that was really what drove me to study economics. Like I need to understand what's happening in my country so I may be able to help in the future. Like I'm not seeing myself in Venezuela anytime soon, but it's something that I really look forward, maybe in the future.
Yeah, yeah. Um, hmm, um, what do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Um, that's a good question, right? How I see myself in 10 years. I don't think anyone has asked me that before. Um, I see myself back home,
Hmm.
my country, helping, working. Um, my dream has always been like working for the government. I've never wanted to work for the government back home because it's very corrupt. Um, but if I am able to do it, that's definitely something that I would want to do.
Okay. Um, mm, um, if you had three wishes, what would you wish for? And you can't ask for unlimited wishes, and why?
What's the last part?
If you could have three wishes, what would you wish for and why?
Okay. Mm, I don't know. If I had three wishes, why would I want them? And why? Well, I've always wanted to feel safe whenever I am. So I guess I would ask for everyone to be safe and happy. I'm just that kind of person that I want to feel comfortable everywhere I am, and I most of the time don't. I just don't. I don't feel comfortable everywhere. That's something that I would want for me and for everyone. Um, and why? Yeah, just because of that. Like back home, I wouldn't go out to many places because of how insecure everything was. So
Mm-hmm.
I would just go from home to school and then to some special place that we would all feel like we were safe as kids. So yeah, that would be one. Um, the other one, be back with my family to just reunite. I haven't seen my dad for 5 years, and I feel like my family is a very important part of who I am and how I grew up and my culture and my values. So that will be something that I would really enjoy doing. And the third one will be just figuring out what I want to do in my future, since I believe that I can do either this or this, and I can do so many things. But
Mm-hmm.
I really interested in seeing and figuring out in my mind like what I actually want for my future.
Mm-hmm. What do you think holds you back?
What was that?
What do you think holds you back as a person?
Mm, lately, being very perfectionist, I would say. Like, yeah. I feel like if I do something wrong, I would die. And if I actually do it not as good as I want to, I feel really bad about it. And just like start thinking about it and thinking and thinking and thinking. And it's not something I really enjoy. And I've been working on myself to
Yeah.
improve.
So when you
Mm.
make an error, do you like start thinking about it like analytically from like multiple sides? Like how can you not make the error again? Is that something that happens to you? Yeah.
It does. But sometimes it can happen either way. Like I can either be like, okay, let's focus on how not to make this mistake again, and I really get myself into what was the problem, why did I do this, and just working around it. Or it may be something like it really like freezes me.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, okay, I'm really frustrated right now. I need to calm down. I need to just stop for a minute, stop doing whatever I'm doing right now, and just try to refocus again,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Thomas, you got anything?
Um, what uh, what would you say is like an important life lesson that you've learned?
Mm, well, so lately I've been going to a lot of like cultural shows. I've always enjoyed like knowing new cultures and getting to know people. I just feel it's pretty exciting. And the last couple of weeks I went to some events, the university that are hosted by a university, multicultural events. And I just realized that everyone is so inclusive in this kind of events. Um, and everyone is imagining their future, and I should be imagining mine as well. It's not only about cultures and about how cultures evolve, but how you evolve as a person. So I think I took that from all the things that I've been going and I've been doing during my time at UF, that it's just been really eye-opening, because I've always have this goal I have to do and I have to make this long-term goal that for me in these past 5 years, been like graduating from university, right? Graduating from economics, but I've never really thought about what I'm going to do next. It's hard.
Any follow up from that, Thomas? Anything? No?
All right, here's one. What do you think is the biggest problem with the world or with humanity?
With the word of humanity, everything is sometimes wrong. It depends on how you say it. It depends on how you say it. I think lack of empathy. Like sometimes people think that everyone's bad, and so you have to like work and fight yourself around this like big life you want to have, or around the people that you are. Like people want, it's always like struggling to make something, and it's like, okay, I need to figure this out, but how can I say that? I don't feel life is like that. I don't feel like all people are is bad, but there is like just a lack of empathy in general in the world, that people is not feeling each other. It's not like to like, okay, societies were not built from zero, and were not built just by one person. Societies were built by a lot of persons, and just communicating and knowing each other and figuring them out. So for me, it's like people is trying to do everything by themselves and not like in group and in community. I feel community is what's missing from this word.
That's true. I can agree with that.
Yeah. Let's see here. What do you think you'll be doing at the age of 65? Let's say that.
Well, like at 65,
Yeah.
I think I wanna be in a nice beach house, just chilling.
A beach house at
Enjoying
65.
what?
I said beach house at 65. Okay.
Sure.
Why beach house?
Why beach house?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel it's so calm. Like just going outside and seeing the beach. It's very relaxing. Like every morning when I wake up, I want to be like, my life is amazing. So I used to do this back home. I didn't live in a beach town, but I really had a nice backyard that I would go and just enjoy the view, enjoy the trees, enjoy everything. And it's something I really like to do. I still like to do it. So having a beach house, it would be like waking up, going outside, having my coffee, and be like, I'm happy. This is my place.
Okay. What do you think you need to be happy as a person?
What do I need to be happy as a person?
Yeah, well, like what things do you think you need?
I think I need to have money. And I think I need to have a family, a really nice family. I like to be surrounded by the people that I love, and I feel like people that love me. So that will be something that I'm really looking forward to. I don't know, and having like a good hobby, a good job, because for me, job, like I said, money, right? But for me, like having a good job is not always about money, but about enjoying what you do. I don't want to be an adult like job and just be in front of my computer, even though I love to be in front of my computer. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But I just want to be like truly enjoying what I do. And even if I don't enjoy my job, I hope that I have a job or something else to do that will really bring me joy.
Thomas, anything? I'm blanking.
Let's see. What are like 3 words that your family or friends would say about you? Like how would they describe you?
Well, my mom says I'm different. Like I'm something else.
When you say different, what do you explain that? What does that mean? Different.
Okay, so I come from a culture or a family that they are very how can I say that? Like the women has to behave in a certain way, and if you don't, you're weird. And they are not usually very like talkative, or they don't go against the norm. That's something that I don't really understand. It's not that I'm challenging anything or I'm upset about how they are. I'm just like, don't think like them. And I feel like the word and me needs to be different, if I say the word.
So you challenge the norms? Are you saying that you challenge the norms of Venezuela?
So yeah, like for example, I believe in God. Totally. I know that he exists, but I don't like religion. And I feel like the more people I talk about this, the more people is into this kind of thing. Like I believe in God. I don't believe in religion. My mom is highly Catholic, and she's like, "Oh, you are, and you don't believe in God." I'm like, "I do. I believe different." And this is like a small example of what I'm like in a regular basis. It's not that I'm not with you. It's just I just feel it's different, and life it doesn't work like everyone think it works.
Okay, you got two more different, and what else?
Okay. What else? They say I'm strong and hard-headed.
Strong and hard-headed.
Yeah.
Why you say you're strong?
Why do they say I'm strong?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Correction there, buddy. Okay. Why do they say you're strong?
No idea.
You don't know?
Well, I probably do. Why do they say I'm strong? I don't know. I just feel like I'm a person that people wants to talk with, and I'm really like straightforward. I barely even cry when I was growing up. Like I wouldn't like it. I still don't like it. And my mom was like, "You don't feel anything," and I was like, "I do feel a lot. I just don't. I don't get it. Like I don't like to cry. I don't like to be. I used to get like really mad sometimes. Well, I still do, but I don't get mad about a lot of things. But the things that gets me upset, they really get me. So I used to shut down and be like, I can't talk to you. I can talk to no one. I just want to be alone. And that was also something that my parents told me when I used to get like this upset, just to like chill out for a minute, refocus, and then come back. So I wouldn't be like exploding or hurting anyone around me when I would get like, yeah.
So you can be very angry, huh?
I am.
Yeah.
I am very sometimes.
Oh my God. Yeah. So how are you when you get angry?
How am I when I'm angry?
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends. If I'm angry, like I can either like closed up, like I don't want to talk to no one. I just want to be by myself and figure out by myself, because I know that if I don't, I would just float and start being like this horrible person that would say things, really mean things, and I would feel like really bad about it afterwards. After like this big cloud passes through my mind, I will feel really bad about the things I did and I said. So that's something I really like to avoid whenever I can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally understand you. What do you? How were you as a kid?
Beautiful. Amazing, for sure. My mom
I
says
can't
that
laugh at you. You said, I asked, how were you as a kid? You get beautiful. What? You have to explain yourself as a child.
I was
That's my child.
awesome. Okay, so my mom says that I wouldn't be any trouble. I would always be like in school or dancing and cheerleading, and they're just doing something else. And I wouldn't really give any trouble. I was just focus on myself and what I like to do. Like, thankfully, my parents were really, I won't say pleasing. I want to say pleasing, but it's not pleasing. They really knew what I liked, so they were like, okay, let's do it. I was really smart.
We got
What
that.
else? Okay.
Okay, so you moved from Venezuela over here. Was that tough for you, or like was it easy? Like, how was that adjustment?
It was actually really hard. I didn't want to move here. I wanted to move to Europe, but my parents didn't want it because it was too far away and they wouldn't be able to visit as much. And my brother used to live here in Gainesville, so they were like, okay, let's just move with your father and you will be together and have company and whatnot. I was like, all right. But at the beginning, I never really felt like I belonged. Like, this was his place, my brother's place. It wasn't really mine. So I really had to work through and make my own path. And my path is totally different from his, because I feel like our lives have always been like connected. And I wanted to be my own person. Like, back home, everyone used to, well, not everyone, but a lot of people used to know me as like, oh, this is his brother, his sister. I'm sorry, this is his sister. But not like, oh, this is Michelle. So I was like, I don't want that for my life, you know.
Okay. Okay. What's
How do
something? Okay, go for it.
how do you feel about being told what to do?
When I was back home, I used to be always told what to do and how to do it. This is a woman, you have to figure out it, right? You have to be that way. If not, you're super weird, or you're a lesbian, or you're not the best woman in the world. So I used to be really upset about it. Like, I wanted to, for example, I wanted to learn how to play soccer. And my dad was like, you're not going to play soccer because this is for boys. So you are not going to do it. And I was like, really upset about it. Like, for sure. I didn't speak to them for like a week after this.
Didn't speak to it for a week.
But I knew that when I moved out, I didn't want this for my life. So if people say like, oh, Michelle, you cannot do it, of course I can, and I will do it, and I'll do it. And that's it. Period.
That's hilarious. Well,
If we,
okay.
well, I got one more. Let's say we fast forward to the end of your life, what do you think is something you would regret?
That's a good question. What would I regret?
Or something that you missed out on?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Okay. Do you how do you struggle being in the moment? And why do you think you do and why do you don't?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
Um I don't think I do. Like, if I'm in a place, it's because I really want to be there. And if I don't want to be here and I feel dispersed, I would just go. I feel uncomfortable and not like in the moment. I will be like, this is not for me, and I'll just step out and go. I'm not a person that will be like just there just for the sake of being there.
So you feel as though you always have to like have a purpose or something behind everything you do? Yeah.
I do.
Okay. How do you feel about going to like concerts and stuff like that?
I haven't gone to concerts. I'm not saying that I don't like them. I do like stand-up comedy.
Next thing, but I'm saying like how do you think, let's just say you teleported you to a Beyonce concert. How would you feel there?
Mm, I
Anything
wouldn't
but a
care.
Beyonce.
Hmm? What?
Not about Beyonce. I don't know. I wouldn't be like excited to go.
Hmm.
It's like it's not something that I would go for
Hmm.
a concert. No, I'm not really a fan. Like I'm not a fan people.
Fan of what?
I'm a fan. I'm not a
Wait.
fan. I don't have like these idols that I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, I'm gonna die if I see you. I'm gonna cry.
Hmm.
No,
Okay.
like I really like comedians and artists, but I'm
Yeah.
not like, oh, I'm gonna die if I don't see you. If I don't go to your concert, whatever.
Yeah. Uh, if you could have any job in the world, what would it be and why?
I was gonna say something funny, but no. Uh, any job in the world.
Yes. No restrictions.
No restrictions. The president of the country.
What? You said the
Of
president of a
course.
country? Oh my God.
Yes.
Anybody ever tell you might be narcissistic? Huh?
um, no, really. I don't know. I don't know about a specific job. I know that I want to help people,
Hmm.
but I wouldn't be like, this job I want for sure. I would be like, okay, this job I want because it will make me able to do something good.
Hmm. So let's just say you're the president of a country. What do you think you would do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Change the word.
Change the world. How you gonna go about that?
Okay. Um, I really don't know.
You don't know.
Like, I haven't really thought about it. Like, this is a question that I've never been asked. So,
Yes.
um, if I were the president of the country,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'm not sure. No, I don't have an answer for you.
Don't have a question. All right. Let me ask you this. How do you go about learning something new?
How do I go about learning something new?
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, like this semester, I'm taking a class and it's called econometrics. So it's economics with a lot of stats and things that I really not into. My career has been all about sociology and about like more the human side, not as much as the statistics and math side. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a challenge for me for sure. I'm gonna take it because I know this is gonna help me in the long run, right? I need
Mm-hmm.
to have the skills when I graduate. So I was going to classes. I was like, I'm fucking lost. Like, I don't know, like nothing. I don't know what's happening here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what I did was like, um, just I haven't done this semester, but I know I have to do it. I've always like go to like office hours, just go to talk to the person that really knows the thing
Mm-hmm.
and ask for help and be like, hey, I don't understand this. Could you please explain it to me?
Mm-hmm.
And I really like I know that I'm messing up a lot in this class because I really don't know anything about it. But I still have to go and do the work and be like, hey, why am I making mistakes here? So I can really understand and get feedback from it. I also like to do these like alone sessions,
Mm-hmm.
if I can call it that. I'll be like, okay, I need to sit down and really put my mind into it, go through the material, go through the things, and just go from there. I know I'll figure it out at the end of the day. I hope.
So like, let's say if you had to learn something new, like guitar, how would you go about that?
Guitar?
Learning how to play the guitar.
Um, how would I learn to play guitar? I would definitely go to a professional, someone to teach me. It's just
Mhm.
easier. I wouldn't. The thing is that if I get bored, I wouldn't do it. And I know that if I learn these kind of things alone, I would get bored. I like having like interactions with people when I'm learning something,
Mhm.
if that makes sense. For example, I don't like to go to the gym alone because I get bored, even though I love training.
Mhm.
But like I know that if I have like a guided class, I will be like excited and I will be like with people. And yeah.
Okay. Okay. Mm, uh, we're practically done here. If you could
Oh,
change anything about the world, what would it be?
If I could change anything about the world, what would
And it immediately came into effect. Immediately.
the wars,
Mhm.
the war,
The war.
the war that are happening in the Middle East really are horrible.
Okay. Thomas, anything?
yeah. What does a normal weekend look like to you or for you?
My normal weekend, I would say it would be like maybe going out with friends on a Friday, going out, chilling, Saturday, staying home for sure, just relaxing, sleeping, watching some TV. And Sunday, I will be like, okay, let's go out again, but just like during the day, have some like really nice activity to do under the sun. I really like warm weather. I don't like the cold as much, so I feel like this season is perfect for me just to go out and enjoy being outside.
Gotcha.
You did talk about like you don't like a lot of possibilities, and what goes on in your mind when that happens?
When I have too many possibilities,
Mm-hmm.
something I like to do is to write them down for sure. Like if I have to do so many things or I have too many possibilities, I like to write them down and see them and be like, okay, how can I organize myself on this? When it's really when I have it in my mind that it's really abstract, I have a really hard time focusing on them. But if I have them on paper, it will be just easier for me to just choose a path or maybe organize whatever I have to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have a tough time, like, with that, or is it something you've always kind of struggled with?
No, that's something that happened to me more recently, maybe a
More
couple of
recently?
years. Mhm.
What do you think triggers that?
Stress.
The stress. Uh,
Mhm.
Thomas, we done here, or you want anything else?
No, I think we're done, man.
All right, Michelle. So, I'm actually right, Michelle. I was right. Okay, so like the first thing you came out the gate, you're like, I want to be remembered as a great person, like borderline narcissistic. So it's like TEFI. So it's like you really care about like getting like some type of credentials, or you really care about like external validation a lot of times. So you kind of want that. You never have a problem focusing. So you're SENI user and you always talk about what you want. It's always kind of like coming up in your phrase or whenever you talk. You probably got dinged by a lot of people because you probably were like somebody who's always doing what they want and not what other people want, or like you didn't even care about what other people wanted. You might get in trouble with that with some people. Um, Let's see here. You're direct, so that means you're very specific, concise, and to the point. You're not like Kyle, who's very informative, talk all night. um, you're also, so you're direct responding. So responding means you're introverted, which means like you generally like your time alone. You might hang out with people when you have built up enough energy to hang out with people, but once you like kind of like depleted, you got to go back and be alone. So with direct responding, TFISENI, you also talked about like you're different and you like to challenge, like you don't like to follow just like the norms, you know, just because like you are in Venezuela and Venezuela seems to be a more of a cultural perspective. They're kind of a lot tougher on women. You're like, yo, I don't like doing that. Like, it's kind of stupid. It's I need my own personal freedom here. So that would make you also pragmatic. Okay, you like to have your individualistic kind of mindset. You don't like when people assign you to do something. It's more of like when you choose to do something. You like the freedom behind that. So we have you as an INTJ. Okay. Thomas is an INTJ as well. So I'm sure he can give you some advice as an INTJ.
Well, I really don't think she really needs advice per se. I think she's probably doing pretty good. Yeah, I mean, as far as like the things that are the type normally struggles with, I don't think you really struggle with that because often what we struggle with is forming and maintaining relationships, even prioritizing relationships. So that's definitely one of the bigger issues that we have. But maybe because partially because you're a woman and because your cultural background, it you know seems like you're socially you're pretty good. You value your family and whatnot. But yeah, I guess one of the big issues is that yeah, we can the men and the women, we can kind of like prioritize career, prioritize our achievements and the things that we want to accomplish rather than prioritizing people. So that's maybe something to watch out for. I don't know you on a personal level, but yeah, that's probably one of the big things. Another thing is well, I'm trying to think how to explain it to somebody like not in typology. We have trouble, I guess, taking action. We have trouble like we'll have like these grandiose ideas, like but we have trouble putting things into action. So yeah, it just maybe Mercer could kind of like explain that a little bit better, but just like
Yeah.
have to
So
like take action, not just like not just like get
dream about
lost
it.
in abstractions.
Yeah. So yeah, what he said there is like so a lot of times being like an NTJ, we really struggle with actually maintaining relationships with people. Person can do one thing and we're like, that person's dead to me. Okay. That can kind of like lead you to a lonely path, you know. Unfortunately, you can't just keep, you know, just burning people alive in your head. Sometimes you gotta maintain those relationships. So you're not end up being that person who maybe you accomplish a lot of things, but you have nobody to share it with. Um, don't be that lonely person like Dracula in a castle by himself. Very important to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Tom, just make sure that doesn't happen to you. You be like Dracula, fucking lonely as hell. You may have that big ass castle, but there's no one in there to share it with. So also, work on your anger because when we're angry, we can say, I'm an NTJ as well. So when we're angry, we can say a lot of vile things to people. And the bad thing about that is when you say some things, you can't walk it back. Like when you like belittle somebody enough or you talk so bad about them, you can't take back what you said. So like
Hmm.
getting control of that is very important. Um Also stop critiquing yourself and others. Um that's a very bad thing. I mean, it's a very bad thing. Okay. We like you probably critique yourself a lot. That's why you're talking about being a perfectionist and just be able to understand that like not everything is gonna be perfect and something is better than nothing. Um, and also like critiquing people, like INTJs can be very critiquey on other people, like, why are you so fucking stupid? Like, or like stuff like that. Or like, just like critiquing people. And people don't really do well with that. So
No.
um there's a famous INTJ, I don't know if you know him, Deion Sanders. He says he never critiques anyone. And if as an INTJ, if you can like work on that, you'll do very well in life. But it's tough. Shit, I find myself critiquing a lot of motherfuckers all the time. And I'm not even an INTJ, so like I will critique the shit out of people. And I gotta slow down. But that's also something you may want to work on. Also being present in the moment. It's also gonna be tough. You be around other people and you look at other people and they're be like if you go to a concert or something and you see other people like they're actually enjoying the moment. But like being an NTJ as myself, I go to concerts and my brain is thinking about like other stuff. So I'm like not even able to enjoy the moment. A lot of times we can kind of try to retreat to like drinking because drinking allows us to like actually be more fun because we're really not fun people. Like we want to be fun, but we're really not. Like we're pretty boring people. Like it is what it is. Sadly, like so a lot of times we can retreat to like drinking because it does make us like fun. It brings out the fun side of ourselves. The more outgoing, the more like let's do this. Because we're always trying to analyze everything. Always trying to analyze everything, make sure everything works smoothly and perfectly. And if you do that, you miss a lot of opportunities in life. So also, huh?
Like that happens to me.
Yeah.
Like
Not living in the moment.
yeah, exactly what Mercer is saying. Like when you're around a lot of people, like just get like dispersed, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, my mind myself thinking about some other problem, and maybe like drinking helps you focus on the moment. You like really enjoy it and your surroundings, for sure.
Yeah, so like that's also like a thing you can work on. Also, just practicing more, being okay with practicing. That's a big thing. Like a lot of things in life, like you just got to practice to get it done and don't be discouraged from practice. Like if you want to be able to perform well, you got to practice. It is what it is. And also to take care of your health. You know, a lot of times you could be doing so much stuff that you forget to eat, take care of yourself, stuff like that. That stuff can add up over the course of time. You don't want to be like giving yourself like bad health problems when you don't have to. So a lot of like INTJs, myself, I'm not INTJ, but I could focus on other stuff so much that I don't eat for like 10, 12 hours. And then like only time I go and eat is like, oh damn, my body feels weak. Now I have to go eat instead of like, setting that up the right way. A lot of things, like a lot of other ones, like they don't really take care of the health and stuff as well. Very bad, very bad. You want to be able to enjoy your achievements. So if you're gonna work hard for it, then you want to be able to be in a position where you can actually enjoy it. Thomas, you got anything else? Left out anything?
Well, just about the whole like taking care of yourself. Like one of the big things for me, and I think for a lot of other INTJs, is just like having a regular sleep schedule. I didn't used to have this problem, but just the last few years have been kind of weird. And like, yeah, my sleep schedule is just like garbage. But and like, there's a famous athlete who is also an INTJ, and like he said, like he went through a period where like he was just performing so poorly, and it's because he just wasn't getting sleep. Like not getting enough sleep can really affects your performance in like so many different ways. So yeah, that's definitely something to pay attention to.
Yeah. Michelle, you got any questions for us?
Question.
Any questions?
No, I'm just impressed.
Huh?
No, I'm just like really impressed. Like some things you both like talked about. Like that's me. And it's just sometimes it's just really hard to like listen to people about like talk to you about you. That had never happened to me. I appreciate it very much.
That's no problem. Yeah, I told you we were INTJ a long time ago. She told me I was wrong.
Really?
ISTJ. I'm an ISTJ. I'm like, yo, you're not fucking ISTJ. Like, there's no fucking way. I was like, there's no fucking way. And then I went back and I was like, yo, you're an INTJ. I know it. I'm like, you got to come
Yeah,
on.
you were like, up to you. It's like, it's been fun.
Well, All righty, Michelle. It was been fun. We're gonna get out of here. All right. Thank you for coming on. And if you have any questions, let me know. We do have a lot of INTJs around. Okay. They're very rare. So, all righty.
Thank you.